Hello folks, welcome back to Landric Plays Hand of Fate 2. I'm in a slightly frustrated mood because I started recording this episode about 20 minutes ago and then checked the recording and it wasn't there. So let's try this again. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything. I got halfway through the my second try of the Sun quest and I ended up in basically exactly the same state. However, what I have done is I have changed some of the equipment cards over so that they now contain things that will help us out in gambits, and I've changed the encounter cards over so that they will help us draw equipment. So hopefully that is going to synergize quite nicely. It is going to help us out with the flooding sewers, and maybe this time we won't drown in raw sewage. So for the second time today, let's give this a go. So here we are, the Sun. We've been provided with a secret passage through the sewers to get to the Emperor and kill him. We get to choose which one of our companions we start with. I think we're going to start with Kolbjorn, because why not? And where are we going to go? I think I'm still going to aim for going for this corner somewhere, and hope that the stairs out of here are somewhere in this direction.
There are many who ventured down here who never return.
Okay.
At least until the flooding returns them to the surface.
Okay, that was a fairly lucky roll to start with. Good, so we lost our bearings, but we noticed some construction markings scratched into the wall, and we used them to keep our bearings, so we don't lose any extra time. Aha, we found some stairs, but nope, actually just a dead end. Flooded tunnel appears, and it gets put over there. Aha, a group of horrible, whatchamacallums? Zombies. Ooh, just about. Very, very close to being a critical failure there. Before we do anything else, yep, I've got my axe. Only got the rusty starting weapons, but I think I prefer an axe to some daggers for these zombies. Got Kolbjorn and his muscles to help us out as well, so I think we'll be okay. They haven't really posed as much threat, these zombies. The big challenge is the rising tide, as it were. There you go, off you go.
You should have looked away. We will finish this.
So I think I started saying in the lost episode, as it were. We haven't really used Kolbjorn much for a while, so it's nice to see him again. And I think one thing I'd quite like to do at some point is to go back and have a go at his what do you call it? Special companion loyalty quest thing, which I think we've given a shot once or twice, but because it involves drawing and playing through a fairly horrible brimstone card, we've never actually completed it. So if this particular quest that we're on right now gives us a little bit of trouble, then rather than just smashing our head against it over and over and over again, we'll do something different. Maybe we'll go back and do that. Just for a bit of change of scenery, to see some more cards, to unlock some more equipment, that kind of thing. And obviously, given that we've got all four of our companions in this quest, if we've got them all four leveled up, as it were, then all the better. Alright, so not the cleanest fight we've ever done. Took a little bit of damage, but we did get through it relatively painlessly. I think, yeah, we are running slightly low on food. That's going to be a bigger threat to our health right now. Ah, we did find the dazzling blade somewhere amongst the rubble and the wreckage. We don't quite have enough fame to wield it yet, but it is getting up there, so we'll hang on to that for now. And we've got some gold. And a little bit of life. Once again, I'm going to go down this way. Ha! It's St. Tala's Day! On this day of penance and charity, you hear the priestess will be blessing one and all for no cost at the Church of Fires. You find the flustered priestess at the church, dealing with a huge crowd of peasants and nobles, blah 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 blah. What would we like to be blessed with? I think we want to be blessed with luck. Huge failure is considered failure in a precision gambit. Fine. Let's try... Oh, we can't request luck again. That's a shame. Good harvest, so we get some more food. Good health. I think wealth, we're not... Ooh, glory could be quite good actually, because I think a lot of the equipment we've got requires fairly high fame. Let's try glory. Gain 20 fame until you lose any gambit, then discard this card. Oh, okay, so this is going to disappear more or less immediately, but it does mean that
your worth through action.
Temporarily, at least, we can wield that dazzling blade. Oh, another flooded tunnel. another blocked passage. Okay, so here's where we lose that blessing. Given that we've got a blessing that makes our pendulum gambits better, let's ask Estrella to help us, because she will help us with this pendulum gambit. That's a teeny little success marker. At the very least though, this epic failure can only be a regular failure, and that's very lucky. But before we do that, there we go. We'll use Estrella to give us another try.
Good stead from here.
We get a success. Reduces the target by 2. Not quite low enough that I want to give it a go yet, so we'll ask Mal to blast the debris away. Okay. So round and round it goes. I'm just trying to follow it with my eyes, and then that'll do. There we go. No, I don't need to redraw. Thanks, Mel. That is fine. It's interesting that it still gives you the choice, but I guess in some wheels you've got successes, but then other prizes like health or gold or food or whatever. Should we ask for his help again? Yeah, let's ask for his help again. So yeah, they have reshuffled the cards, so we don't have that nice line of 3 successes all together. And I swear they're going slightly faster as well. Oh no, that was just right actually. Okay. So the target is now 2. So we need 3 4s effectively to get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap companions, get Colbjorn back, and now we're going to dig, and maybe we'll ask him for an extra die if we're just very, very close, or maybe we'll just roll it straight away. That's fine too. Alright, so we haven't wasted a lot of time digging through this. Still got 35 moves left. Are losing food, which is not great. But we do get a success. So we get to ask the thieves to stack the deck, and I'm immediately going to ask for some food. I'm not going to worry about gold, I'm going to ask for some life, because life is always good. And hopefully they'll crop up soon, certainly sooner than later. Ooh, we've got some stairs. Hey, we found the hatch, so off to the next level. So we're out of the sewers at least, but the trick is now, what's going to be up here?
And so we reach out of the sewers and into the prisons, ascending one step at a time from the filth of the world with our eyes on the glory beyond.
It's a very eloquent, if melodramatic way of putting it. So yeah, we're sort of out of the frying pan and into the fryer, because we've left the sewers and now we're in the prison. You emerge from the sewers into the cells of the I don't want to be in a prison cell. I feel like this shortcut is, or this secret passage is probably not the best. The land's most reviled enemies rot here, the Emperor unwilling or perhaps unable to end their misery with execution. You survey your surroundings. The courtyard to the Emperor's chambers are just through that door. Well, this looks far too easy. What's the catch? To leave the prison, you'll need the keys. Alright, that's the catch. Okay, so I guess we'll go this way. We're still starving to death.
Gasping with each step, hoping to survive. Find food if you can.
So maybe we'll have to, what's the word, make camp, buy some food at an exorbitant rate. Exorbitant? Extortionate rate. From a passing trader, just so we don't starve to death. But in the meantime, the prison wraith. A sudden drop in temperature stops you in your path. You glance over at Colbjorn as your breath turns to fog. We're in the presence of a shade, your companion whispers. Shade of skulls. Such vibrant souls, hisses a voice in the dark. I will feast on your essence for years. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. So, I don't think we actually lost a gambit in that previous floor. So we should still have our sword, which is something at least. So we can smash through the skeletons easily enough. The shade is nastier, but I'm not too worried about them. There we go, so we've got our sword, we've got our shield, we've got our Northman friend. There we go, smash, smash, smash. There we go, there goes all the skeletons, that was nice and quick. Of course, some of them will come back, especially if we've got a, what's it called? A Wraith Necromancer thing. Oop, you're gonna, quick, go over there. Stop stealing our life, please, thank you. It's not only just draining our life and there's nothing we can do about it, you're healing yourself, and that's less than good. There we go. Just keep stabbing at you. Ooh, push you off a cliff, perhaps. although you do just reappear over there. I don't remember what the artifact, not artifact, the special effect sword does. I'm going to have to look that up when we get out of here. Because I can't tell if it was single target or if it was just a close AoE targeted on us. Or perhaps it's just Empire soldiers it targets, that might be it. Oh good, we search the Shade's previous victims and we get a little bit of fame. Ooh, so we get some equipment. So the Grifter's Companion or the Meteor Strike. What does the Meteor Strike do? Deals... okay, so delayed attack deals some damage to Northerners. Not actually really what we're looking for, but we hadn't seen it before, so I'd include it in the deck just in case it was particularly good. And it turns out it's alright, but nothing special. So the Grifter's Companion means we can nudge wheel gambits. That is going to be very useful. And we get 20 food, so now we don't have to pay extortionate fees. I guess we can't go through this locked door, so we'll go down this way. You're of course going to go that way.
Create what you please, but never of your own abilities. Always with the artifacts crafted and created by your betters.
So I included this card because I figured if we're... I've stacked our deck mostly with magical rings and things like that. So the few bits of weapons and armour that we get, if he can enchant them, then all the better for it. Although he does say I can enchant one of your items, but be warned, any existing enchantment will be destroyed. Oh, so nothing is suitable, unfortunately. So let's go this way, and we'll go up and around here. Step right up and marvel at the chest of many wonders, shouts a man draped in a colourful cloak. You there, warrior, he says, pointing at us. Pay to play, there's plenty to gain. Let's play the game. 4 gold. Let's pay for a hint. You find no treasure to treat yourself to tulips in there. No treasure to treat ourselves for... so, not gold, I guess? Let's say it's a healing potion. It's food, okay. No token for us. Alright, well, let's keep going.
You cannot trust any who dwell here.
You meet a prisoner bound in chains. The manacles keep her rations just out of reach. That seems wasteful. Hey you, she whispers hoarsely. If you free me, I know all the ins and outs around here. Get the key from the jailer and let me out. Okay. Well, we'll have to come back when we've got the key, maybe. Ooh, a chest.
What secrets a simple chest may hold.
This cell contains only a treasure chest, held shut by a sturdy lock. You can't risk trying to break it open for fear of attracting guards or fellow prisoners. But if you've got the... okay, so do we reckon you're going this way or this way? Well, I mean, you're kind of facing this way, although this is pointing this way. I don't know if that actually tells us anything. Let's go this way and hope. Okay, I'm going to trap you into this corner. Okay, there's some claw trolls. Ooh, the Dead King's Scales. What is this? I want to know what it does. Let's enter the cave and take it. Aha, there we go.
People plunder the old secrets without a second thought to the power they lose along the way.
So, ooh, wow. Defeat 7 ogres with this item to unlock the shard. That's going to take some doing. Damage from fire reduced by 40 and damage from ogres reduced by 25. So not super useful to us, although just having 20 defense is going to help a lot. The bleed bash sounds like it could be quite nice as well. Fame required 16, which we technically have because of our blessing, although we're probably going to lose that. Still.
The pendulum is ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
Any second, right? Any second. Just gotta time it right. Ooh, there we go. Whew. Didn't even have anything special to help us with that. So we get a... have we got it equipped? Yes, we do have it equipped. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to come down here. Stop running away. Rana's Remarkable Fishing. I think we've seen this card once and exactly once, so I thought I'd pop it back in just for some nostalgia. While strolling through the docks of the capital, you spy Rana holding her sloop with harpoon fishing supplies. I can get you out on the water right now, or for a little extra gold, I know where you can acquire a premium harpoon. It'll help steady your aim. Do we want to... how much is a Let's buy a harpoon. The pendulum beam will now move slower in... oh, this encounter. I was kind of hoping it would be in every encounter. Okay, that was fairly easy. Well,
nicely timed.
your harpoon descends further into the reef. Oop. Okay, so that was just the first stage. Let's see if we can hit the gold again. Gonna have to wait for the silvers to pass. There we go, still fairly easy. I mean, we've paid 10 gold to make it easier, so let's get the most bang for our buck. And again, ooh, got some failures in it this time. Ooh, no, not this time. Not this time either. Gotta wait for that gold to... there we go. Just to show itself, so we can get our harpoon right down to the deepest fish, which are definitely... or treasure chests, that works too. Aha! This helps us with wheel gambits, we'll definitely wear that. Excellent. So we get a little bit of equipment, oh, and a little bit of combat as well. Right, into the breach then. Let's... that was a lot to go through just for a helmet. I'm not... especially as we paid 10 gold for it, we might as well have just gone to a shop. And we've got a fight. I suppose if the combat... ooh, wow. I'm not sure how I feel about the look of that bone guard armour. It does look kind of interesting. Oh, that's right, I said I'd look up what our sword actually did as well. So much to remember. I hate these traps. Oop, not getting us a second time. Now, what was I saying? I feel like I was in the middle of saying something. I don't remember what it was. Nope, can't remember. Probably wasn't important. Oh, that's right. Yes, if these, if we get something out of this combat encounter, then maybe that card's not too bad. But if it's just a case of pay 10 gold and do a whole bunch of pendulum gambits, and all you get is this lousy helmet, I mean, it's better than a kick in the teeth, but it's still not. I'd still hope for a little bit more, just a little. Okay. Oh, it stuns people. That's what the Dazzling Blade does. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's see if we get any particular reward for defeating those as well. Maybe we get a little bit of... maybe we get our money back for saving her. Is that too much to ask? Nice work protecting the cargo. Ah, we do get a little bit of gold, so that's sort of... okay, so we do get our money back, plus a little bit extra. Aha!
Not the keys to the kingdom, perhaps, but enough.
The jailer looks genuinely surprised to see you in his prison. What in the Emperor's name are you doing down here? So we could just attack him. He's a brimstone peasant. Interesting. That sounds worrying. So we can attack him, or we can try and persuade him. Let's persuade him. Well, we've got Colbjorn with us. I don't want to reroll any dice. This is fine, I'll just get the extra dice from Colbjorn, but no, okay, we'll reroll this. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Well done. You continue to impress.
I'm not dying for this. You know, they're not locked in here with me, I'm locked in here with them. The jailer hands over his ring of keys and slinks away. So we can now open the unlocked doors, and we can just make for the exit. So we'll probably go via this treasure chest, maybe we'll release the prisoner. Maybe we won't. So, do we want to face some bandits or some Empire? Let's fight the Empire brigands. Because we've got... I think our sword is particularly good against Empire. And, you know, thieves are slippery and kind of annoying, so we'll focus on these. Alright, so that's more or less level 2 done. I imagine there's going to be another couple of levels to get through, and they're probably only going to get harder. Oh, that's right, I can actually block musket shots now. Well, not even block, reflect. It's been so long since I've had a sword and shield combo. There we go. Ooh, wow, yeah, that definitely cuts through the stun and just the extra damage for being Empire. Really makes this easy. So hopefully we can find a good shield to pair with it, and then we'll be in good stead for when we face the rest of the Emperor's troops. Oh, that's right, and we also get to collect a little bit of treasure. So I stacked our deck sort of specifically for that first sewer level, which I thought was going to be fairly tricky given how quickly it killed us last time. But it turns out, actually no, we're sort of powering through it. So I'm not sure how many other gambits are going to show up. Aha,
A
British
wonderful
shield.
defense for those who strip corpses of their boots.
But I'm sure all of this equipment isn't going to go to waste. So let's ignore all of these things for now. Let's go this way. Open the chest. Ooh, we got some extra food. And we get some more equipment. Perfect. Mask of Holy Fortunes.
Nothing like carrying an aura of purity unearned to give the game away.
Do we want to be able to see a failure card? Or do we want to be able to remove cards from a wheel gambit? I think we're actually going to stick with the favour. Plus this gives us extra defense. Aha, and the Brigand Shield heals us a little bit as well. Perfect. Let's free the prisoner. What could go wrong? The prisoner sobs. Even if I don't make it out alive, at least I won't die starved and chained to a wall. So they tell us a little bit about the area. So if there's any particular cards that we want, like this one perhaps. Ooh, and there's this as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go straight for those. Cost us a little bit of food, but who cares? Ooh, what's that? Is that another little extra bonus thing? Okay, so we get... Ooh, okay, so we've got the Imperial... Well, we've got some armour. The Gambler's Hood, we can bet 5 gold at the start of a map that will be on full life at the end of it. And it lets us reroll 2s plus 5s. That's interesting. The alternative is the Gambler's Jewel, which just gives us a flat +2 to our score. I am torn between these two. I think given that we already have a helmet that's already quite good, I'm just going to take the Gambler's Jewel. It's, you know, a little bit safer, but it means we can stack as many other rings as we want, and it just an extra +2 is always nice. The 2s plus 5s can be a little bit tricky sometimes. I guess we might as well go for that gold gain card, because why not? Ooh. Plus, okay, not just the gold gain, an extra bit of bonus. Wow, so the Gambler's Hood shows up again. So the Ring of Concentration, chance card Gambler, shuffle more slowly. Again, I think I'm going to go for that, just because rings are good.
Take this moment to breathe, to think, to concentrate.
So,
Magic will only enhance what is already there.
So if that card had been, you know, a slightly nastier one, then this would have been a difficult choice to make. But the Carriage of the Departed just gives us a bunch of gold and food if we can make some dice rolls. Even if we don't reach the target, we still get a little bit of gold out of it. So yeah, absolutely a no-brainer of a choice, that. That's a shame. So don't get the extra bonus. Ah, so we lose our 20 fame for failing a... That's actually a bit annoying, but we do get 32 gold. Ooh. Interesting. Weave the Prophet. I don't remember if we get this for letting him take them or returning to the captain. Let's say let him take the bodies. Okay, good.
Meticulously crafted, this armor is far stronger than it appears, and far more valuable than mere arms would indicate.
Interesting. Ooh, we get an extra reroll Turing dice. Wow, we're really stacking up the... Yeah, I think we'll definitely take... Particularly given that we just lost our bone armor, it makes perfect sense to equip this. And even if we still had it, the choice between the two would absolutely be... I think I'd lean towards this anyway. Oh, that's right. Lose 1 gold. Yes. So because we give a bunch of corpses to a necromancer, we do get cursed. But it's not a terrible curse. Okay, so this other Brimstone card, which we got from as a reward from the Star quest, and I was in two minds as to whether to include this in our deck. I didn't actually expect to get this far into this quest. I thought we'd maybe pick it up on the sewer level. It would sort of, you know, destroy our run, but at least we'd get a sense for the level, and we'd get a sense for what this card does. So I'm a bit nervous about taking it now, but you know, Brimstone cards are always fun and interesting, so let's find out what this one does. Are you a god, or a mere mortal? A sharply dressed peddler points you out from a crowd. Come forth and be judged worthy by this wine, brewed from grapes fallen from the very sky itself. And, if you remember, if anyone ever asks if you are a god, you say yes. So, absolutely. He strokes a tall bottle of black wine. Your blood will boil or your toes will curl into your feet. If they don't, you'll win 100 gold coins. The peddler runs his hands through a bowl of shining gold with a sly smile. Do you dare try it? Yeah, absolutely we dare try it. Let's drink. So he pours the black liquid into a goblet, and somebody from the crowd shouts that we should try pinching our nose. Okay. So it's a wheel gambit with one success and a lot of failures. But because of our hat, we actually get to remove one of them. So, alright, 50 life, 50% life, oh, 50% max life. Yeah, that definitely has to go, right? 25% max life, 30% max life. Yep, goodbye. So, the timing on this is still going to be nigh on impossible, but at least we're not going to lose half of our max health. We might lose 30% of our max health, but better than 50%. Alright. No, too far. Yes! Ho ho! We don't even need to nudge it. I forgot about that. Even if we'd have got it wrong, we've got a magic ring that lets us nudge it, and we'd have got it anyway. Perfect. We get 100 gold. And we get a token from a Brimstone card.
That should help.
And now we actually have enough fame that we can wear our scales again. So the question is, do I want to? Given that it gives us protection from fire and ogres, don't really care. Yeah, it's got a lot of defense. Ooh, wait, no. Optionally duplicate a card from Wheel Gambit. Forgot about that. So that actually would have been really nice to have just now. Ooh, tough challenge. Given that we've got a bunch of other things, like our like Colbjorn and the Gambler's Charm that gives us the extra reroll. I think I prefer those two Wheel Gambits. So our helmet lets us remove this. This lets us duplicate it, so I think this will be... Yeah, I mean, we can always swap later, but let's do that for now. Anyway, the wine goes down smooth and is almost pleasant. A sweet, charred taste. You stand awkwardly before the breathless crowd as the peddler gapes at you. Oh my, you did it. Most people die. We get 8 fame, we get 100 gold, and we get a token, or at least part of one. Oh, and 25 life just from the shield, which doesn't do anything, but doesn't hurt either. Now the question is, we're so far ahead, I'm curious to actually explore some more.
Death mages. They'll make a crypt out of anything.
The fetor of decaying flesh assaults your nostrils and turns your stomach. You've entered the makeshift lair of a necromancer. Rarely do I see such strength in this forsaken place. You would lead my army of the damned if you would just submit to my will. Alright, so we've got to fight a necromancer. Probably doesn't really help us. But, on the other hand, we're doing a good thing by killing a necromancer. Maybe we'll get a reward for it, so there is that. Let's... Yep, there's Necromancer, there's a lot of skeletons. The Necromancer revels in this land, tipping evermore into chaos. Oh, that's right, they've got their gruesome bone armor, haven't they? Whoop. So normally, I like smashing all of the skeletons, just because they're fairly easy to get through. Unfortunately, the Necromancer can just summon more, so let's see if we can focus on you first. Particularly if you're going to do that. Just dodge around those attacks while you're... not quite all of them. Because you're going to sit there and try and heal yourself, and I'd rather not let you do that if I can help it. So we'll... The fact that you're stopping me from doing that is quite annoying. There we go. You get back on your feet and help me out. I'm not doing this by myself. Oh dear. Actually, I might find that skeleton in particular. That's right, the Necromancer's almost done now. There we go. And then they all their heads just pop off as soon as we kill the Necromancer. Whew, okay. A little sip of coffee just to keep me going. The Necromancer may have kept relics. We lose 2 gold because we were hit twice, or because we used our companion's ability twice? I forget. But we do have that curse kicking around. Oh, there we go. We find a relic. The Empire's Burden. Perfect. An artifact that specifically targets Empire. I feel like that is going to be extremely handy. Do you want to do a caravan robbery? We might as well go up here. Friendly innkeeper. What do you have for me? What does lodging do? Rest. 1 food heals 5 life. Don't really care. Could buy healing, could buy food. I think we're good on both accounts.
It took me over a century to restore myself to this shabby rendition of life. It will take longer still before these caches come into the open.
The chamber is rumoured to hold items of great power. Let's select an item at random. What could possibly go wrong? Wow, that went very, very right. Let's re-roll this one. Okay, it's still a 1. But with Kolbjorn's magic dice. There we go, 1921. Perfect. Kolbjorn's out of the running for a little bit, but that's fine. So we've grabbed the Meteor Strike.
The heavens themselves destroy your enemies before you.
Not actually super useful to us, but we might as well hang on to it for now. Where do we want to go next? I mean, I think we're in a good enough shape that we do keep turning over cards and doing encounters before pressing onwards, just to try and get a little bit more equipment.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each bearing their own similarities.
Choose card to duplicate. Ooh, let's duplicate. Gold and life is nice, but I do like rings. Let's duplicate that. It's a shame it duplicates it on the other side. Although, on the other hand, that is further away from those failure cards, so let's just gently tap it. No, never mind. Do we want to nudge it left or right? I think we're going to go left. Take the food. Oh, that's right. We get to raid another one. So they add another monster. We get to remove a card. So let's actually remove this failure, and we're going to duplicate the bullseye again. And then let's continue. Around and round it goes. Oh, no. Yes! Aha, we got it. Excellent. And I think then we just quit while we're ahead. There's nothing really else that we need from this. So we're going to leave with our spoils. We get a little bit of fame, we get some food, which is really nice, and we get another magic ring, which helps with precision gambits. And we get some life from the Brigand Shield. This is shaping up really quite nicely.
Soon, you and I will allow mages to walk in peace once more. We are close.
Given how many mages have tried to kill me so far, I'm not actually sure that's a good thing. A brilliant light catches your attention in the gloom of the palace prison. You track it to the source and witness a group of mages mid-incantation, conjuring a spectacular orb of arcane fire. One of them shouts triumphantly, "I knew our power could not be extinguished. Even under the dampness of this prison we are strong." Ooh, and they're a brimstone. Okay. Let's intervene. Even in prison we are not free of interruptions. No doubt you're here to break our tribune. We cannot allow this. Okay, they are trying to kill me, but admittedly I seem to be trying to kill them just as much. But hey, maybe they've got shiny things that we can take, which will help us kill more people, or at least the Emperor. The Emperor's definitely bad, right? I think we're all in agreement of that. Of course, we are just a pawn of the dealer, which is probably less than ideal. Ooh, there's somebody in the prison back there. Alright, this is taking a little bit of time. Stun you, do a little bit of extra damage, like that. Ooh, that's right, you have this annoying attack. You're not too bad to deal with though by yourself. When you had a horde of other people trying to smash my ankles while I was dealing with you, then you'd be a bit more of a threat. But as it is, off the waterfall you go. Alright, 2 fame. for your 3 encounters. We've got Thomas the Ogre, Helpful Priest. That says Prison Ogre as well. Normally, I would avoid that like the plague, but we have armour that is especially good against ogres. And it's got a token that we get for defeating ogres. So let's swap companions, just so we've got somebody who can actually help out for this fight. Actually, I was going to say, we've got 175 gold. Let's see what is for sale. What equipment can we buy? We've got the Peeler, which shatters armour. I think we're going to stick with our sword and shield, actually. So we'll finish trading, we'll break camp, and we'll go and fight an ogre that's in a prison.
All forms of violence dwell here.
You feel the crunch of bones beneath your feet, and you recognise the stench of an ogre's lair. Boil thou first, either in the special pot, or pluck the flesh from bone as it's still... Okay. An ogre lurches menacingly from the darkness, a hideous grin splitting its face. The smell warms my stomach with mirth, dear little mouse. Yeah, well, my pointy sword stabs your stomach or something. I don't know. Clearly I'm not the sharpest of wits. I've just got a bunch of shiny sticks that I'm going to poke you with. Oh, also my wizard friend. Okay, there's my shield. Not actually going to do a lot of help against an ogre, I don't think. The truly cunning search every nook and cranny for prizes once the battle is done. That is true.
You lot are hardly worth our time.
Come on then. Dodge, and stab, stab, stab. Okay, Mal's shield I think is... So our shield isn't going to be super valuable, but Mal's shield is absolutely. So if you charge that Mal, that would be great. I would appreciate you doing that. Don't know if we can actually stun you. Oh, we can't if we keep taking hits like that. Pretty sure we dodged out of the way of that one. But he's down to half health. We're still doing okay. Couldn't block that one either. Alright. Appear to have stunned him slightly. Nope, never mind. Okay. Mal. Thank you. Let's get him back on the screen. Where's he gone? Oh, he's over there. Dodge right through his legs. And let's try and stun him again. There we go. So we get a tiny bit of bonus damage. Dodge through his legs again. Okay, he pops our shield. But I think... There we go. Oh, that's right, we're still cursed. So we lost a little bit of gold. But I'm not actually... We've got so much gold, I don't even know what to do with it. So I think we're okay. The bloody remains strewn about the ogre's lair may have something of value. So we lose 5 gold, but we get 4 fame. Ooh, failure. That's a shame. It would have been nice to get that. Nice to get that max life. So we've got a door, and an ogre. There's also a helpful priest over there, actually. I think he trades blessings for food. How much food do we have? Oh, we got lots of food. Yeah, okay. Let's go do that. Lock door. We unlock it. Cool. Let's just go back along. We've actually cleared almost the entire map. Give the priest half of our food. Ooh, okay, fine. We should have brought Ariadne with us. So we get a success instead of a huge success, which means we get 1 blessing. The effects of all game cards are applied twice until you leave the level, then discard this card. Really? Like the very last thing we get on a level, so we lose half of our food for basically no reason. Okay, that was not the best gamble. So, let's go along with this. We'll go and chat to the ogre, demand that the ogre returns the soul and food. He didn't actually steal it. The farmers are just hungry, so do we fight the ogre? Because we've got some armour that we can unlock a token with if we do that. Or if we refuse to fight, we get to play some games, unlock some equipment. I think we're actually good on equipment. I kind of want to fight the ogre, because then I think we get our food back. Or, well, I say our food. We steal his food instead, and we make a tiny bit of use out of that blessing, and it applies twice. So let's do that. So we help the farmers get some food. Or at least, that's what we're going to tell ourselves to sleep at night. Ah well. And you know, we're 1 step closer to getting that token off that armour, which will upgrade it, hopefully, into something even better.
I hope this works.
So definitely going to need this shield again. Especially if we're going to dodge that badly. Yep, just like that. So we lose lots of gold every time we're hit, remember? Not to mention health. So just going to keep dodging through his legs. Use our dazzling sword to blind him, get a tiny little bit of extra damage. Oh come on, I was dodging there. Wow, is your shield ready yet? It is, perfect. So I think we still lose the gold from that, but at least not the health. And that's mostly what I'm worried about. Although our Brigand Shield will bring some of that back on... Oh, ow, that definitely hurt. Let's bring some of that back after the fight. This is certainly being challenging. It's a good thing we've got this armour, because that is designed specially to protect us from ogres. He says again as he gets hit. There we go. Ouch. Alright. So we lose 7 gold that time, so we got hit 7 times, but we do get 4 fame, we get 15 food, and it applies twice, so now we've got loads and loads of food. Ooh, and technically, that applies to our Brigand Shield as well, so we're back on full health as well. Perfect. Is there anything else on the map that we'd like? A couple of locked doors, but other than that, no. So let's go straight for the exit. So away goes our blessing. Not the end of the world.
Here we are, at the very edge of the seat of power. At least, the seat of power for this oh so mortal realm.
And with that, I'm actually going to put a cut in here, I think. Partly because I have places to go, and partly because this episode is dragging on a little bit already. So next episode will be the thrilling conclusion of this quest. We'll see if we make it all the way to the Emperor's Chamber. We'll see what happens. So, for now, thank you very much for watching. I've been Landric, and I'll see you next time.